on. I would say they're gonna be mad later in the day, but I'm working with Chef Ming later in the day, so I get it.
Yes, you are.
So I'm gonna be mad at myself. Chef Ming is here, you're here, keep those calls coming. And this, when we say the star of the day, of course, we love watching James Beard Award winner, Emmy award-winning chef, Chef Ming, on his long-running PBS program, his award-winning restaurants. But this, to me, is our second all-star of the night. His wok is famous here at HSN. There are almost 700 reviews. Most of them are perfect. And when we talk about Technolon Plus, ceramic nonstick, PFOA and PTFE free, who better to make a wok than Chef Ming? You think of Blue Ginger, you think of Blue Dragon, you think of his amazing restaurants, but no one is more equipped to create what I would call the perfect wok. I mean, it really is. Because with wok cooking, obviously, you're cooking at high heats, but you can't use nonstick normally because it breaks down. So I'll take you on a tour of the color choices, and then of course, Chef Ming will give you all the details. If you have this like I do, of course, we'd love to say hi to you. You get the cook and look lid, which I think is dynamite, but then you're also getting the special price, lowest price in history of $20 on your credit card. There's that Blue Ginger, Blue Dragon blue that we love from Chef Ming. I cannot believe, now, do we really have the copper? Because I don't know that, I maybe have had one show where I've had the copper bronze. Okay, I don't think I've ever had a show with Chef Ming with the copper bronze where A, it wasn't either gone or B, sold out. Well, we've got 900 of them. So if you want that copper bronze, there are 900 to go around. Then we love, 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 you know I love my Get Arrested red, that metallic red, race car red if you want to be technical about it. But this is a really good way to show off that dynamic design, helper handle, beautifully balanced, riveted handles. Love the green, you know, kind of emerald green, lucky green, if you will. And then last and certainly not least, gotta get that rich purple. I actually own two of these. I own it in the race car red and in the rich purple because I love it so much. And as I mentioned a few moments ago, everything in my 2-hour show with Chef Ming has free shipping. And what do you have going on? So
the wok is probably the best ever, period. In the kitchen,
yeah.
I was gonna say an appliance. For a pot and a pan, it's everything.
Yeah.
Yes, you can wok stir in it, which I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna make you a fried rice, but you can do so much more. Eastern and Western food. This is the beginning of the best scrambled eggs ever. See, I'm actually frying these eggs. Oh, wow. Right? Now here, there was about half a cup of oil, but don't despair. But this is how you get nice, fluffy eggs for fried rice. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna try, I didn't know that. Because we're going to drain all of that oil off, right? Oh, on paper towel. But then in the same wok, obviously nothing sticks. Of course, Technolon Plus, we'll make a little fried rice. So a little garlic, a little ginger. We're going to take some shiitakes, my favorite mushroom.
Incidentally, you will notice that Chef Ming is using this on the new wave, on the induction range. So it is induction friendly.
It's very much induction friendly. And by the way, if you have this burner and this wok, you are a traveling show.
You got a kitchen.
You can go anywhere.
You do.
You can go off of your car.
You can.
Your camper,
I mean, people actually do that. They take this, I mean, they do deep frying. They take it with them on the road. They do their tailgating, RVers, snowbirds, you name it. Chef, let me ask you this, because woks, generally speaking, you know, we love the idea of a wok, but normally you do not get the ceramic nonstick. You don't get that Technolon Plus. So is this conducted heat up the sides as well?
It does. So ceramic is the second hardest material in the world next to diamond. Right. You can't really have a diamond wok. Too expensive, even with FlexPay. So, because it's so dense, nothing sticks to it, but because it's so dense, it helps conduct the heat all the way up the side. And the whole art of wok cooking is usually you have a gas flame that comes up on its side. Right. And so therefore, like the sausage here and these mussels are getting cooked from below and from the side. And that's why woks are so great, but especially if you add Technolon Plus to them, then this will cook so fast. So there's some beautiful, some chorizo, a little bit of mussels.
That smells good.
Right, we're gonna add a little bit of white wine and cover this. Oh, wow. I love, let's not ignore these lids. I love these lids because you can actually see through it. We have a little hole, and that hole is just so it doesn't fog up completely because I wanna see when these mussels start opening.
Absolutely. Hey, they did let me know, well, true to form, that copper bronze will not make it to another show. It is number
You're
one.
right.
I mean, it won't. I've actually, I think I've maybe only gotten to air copper bronze with you once since when I kicked it off as a Today's Special. It never makes it to the morning hours. Okay, so then you go ahead and add your rice.
This is what we call house rice. It's half brown, half white. We always have leftover rice, and especially in a Chinese household.
Sure.
We're gonna let this cook. The zucchini, the shiitakes, they've all cooked. This is almost done. I'm gonna add just a little dab of natural root soy sauce.
Okay.
Heat the rice through, and we're done.
Nice, and nothing
so easy,
sticks.
Right? Yeah, come on, we'll keep
right.
on.
You know what? Okay, show me one more demonstration, then I promise we'll go back to the phones.
So,
oh,
look,
nice.
like I say, it's not always about, you don't have to just walk stir. Here we have some fantastic, chunky, sloppy joe.
I was gonna say, is that your mom's Sloppy Joe's?
Yes, it is.
I love that.
Right, and it's sloppy.
Oh, that smells so good.
Right. So the quantity,
so
the capacity of this wok is ridiculous. You could cook food for 15 people easily.
But you know what? But you can pop popcorn for 1 or 2. I mean, so you can pop popcorn in this. You're gonna laugh. I make Rice Krispie bars in this thing like nobody's business.
Are you kidding me? Because you can make so much of it.
Because you know, normally those really stick.
Yeah.
Or now that we're moving into Halloween and of course fall season, you want to do caramel apples. You know, caramel, scrambled eggs. I mean, gigantic shrimp.
Jumbo shrimp.
It's literally jumbo shrimp.
Another oxymoronic statement.
It is.
What do you mean jumbo shrimp?
Hey, Theta is
talking to me?
Theta is calling in Kentucky.
But look, I mean, that's a dozen shrimp. So look at the space you have here, right?
They're monstrous. Hey, Theta, we heard that you got the red in the Today's Special. Welcome.
Thank you. How are you all doing tonight?
Hi, Theta.
Hi.
So have you,
Yes,
do you
I
do a
did.
lot of
I
wok
got
cooking in Kentucky?
Well, actually, I got the air fryer, but when we're done talking, I want to go back to the operator so I can get me one of them woks.
Awesome.
Good idea. Hey, Theta, have you always wanted an air fryer, or what are you interested, what are you curious about making in that brand new Today's Special?
Well, it's just, it's nasty grease everywhere when you try to deep fry, and it's just not as healthy. And y'all just cooked so much stuff, you're making me hungry, and you're cracking me up.
Oh, Theta, you can be here. We could have a good old late night girlfriend party, eating leftovers.
I'm telling you what.
Well, Theta, I'm so delighted that you said hi. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I know you're going to love that Today's Special.
Thanks, Theta. Happy cooking.
Thank you, Theta. Happy cooking indeed.
So this fried rice is done, and this you'd serve it up blue ginger, blue dragon. Yeah. It's fine. But you know what I'm going to do?
Yeah.
Because we have probably another 5-10 minutes, right?
Yep.
So we're just going to make it nice and flat. I want to show off the conductivity and the nonstick quality of this. So we're going to let this get nice and crisp, and we'll be able to just flip this out and get crispy on the backside.
Hey, by the way, on your Today's Special, this is what Theta got. I think, Matt, almost 2,000. Actually, over 2,000. So we'll probably sell 1,000 more pieces than they anticipated. I would absolutely not wait. We're going to do an encore presentation at the top of the next hour. But just so you know, lowest price in history on any air fryer ever sold at HSN. Exclusive, patented ceramic interior. So if you're gonna fry in anybody's fryer, it needs to be Chef Ming's, an exclusive technology. And then real quickly on your one-of-a-kind wok. This is famous here at HSN. There are well over 600 reviews. Most of them are perfect. This is actually only the second time that I've ever gotten to air that copper bronze, and it's gonna be the only time to get to air the copper bronze because we have fewer than 900 of those to go around. I think, Matt, am I guessing right, would be the emerald green or the purple be the next one to go? Oh, the copper and the purple. So the copper and the purple are going to be the first ones to go. Green is also wildly popular. The blue, you know, blue dragon, blue ginger. I mean, your take, that's Chef Ming's signature color. And then you know, I love, love, love my signature Get Arrested red. That price is only good for today. Everything in this show has free shipping. And actually, on your flex pay, you are looking at less than $20 to get this at home. So get that Today's Special encore presentation coming up with what's left in the 1 a.m. hour. But don't let this pass you by. like. So the thing is, Chef, what I like is this is cooking for a crowd. Like if you're doing sloppy joes for an army, you've got more than enough room. Are those mussels?
These are the mussels. These are already done.
Already beautifully opened up.
Move that pitcher of water for me,
sorry.
please.
Got it. Okay.
Check this out. Right. I mean, again, look at that quantity of mussels, and look at every single mussel opened up.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
But that's what's so fun. I've popped popcorn in this. I've done huge pasta meals.
Right.
I've done, you know, barbecue, sloppy joes. Yes, it's great for that one pot cooking. That's actually the original reason I got it, is because when I cook, God knows the dishes and the prep is hard enough.
Look at that.
I do everything in this pan.
But
and you can't.
I just did mussels. Now, obviously, a food allergy, you got to wash it.
Right,
but if you want to go ahead and do a scrambled egg or fried rice, whatever, I just wiped it.
Yep.
Nothing sticks to this.
Nothing sticks at all. So remember, it is induction friendly as well. I'll show you that bottom. So if you do have the new wave, or if you've got your induction, range top, you are good to go. Notice as well the helper handle, because this does hold a lot of food. I'll tell you that right now. And then of course you've got the riveted handles as well. So grab yours. This will be one of the few shows of the entire visit where you're going to actually get it. Oh, no kidding. Oh, actually, the purple is going to sell out even before the copper bronze.
That's never happened.
I know. So the purple, they're only 200, and then the copper bronze, they're basically the final 500. Right. You got a nice little shrimp stir fry going on.
Yeah, so there's just some wonton noodles with that fantastic shrimp we had cooking before. Right? I mean, again,
I'm gonna have to try a bite
so
of that.
simple.
That looks good. In the meantime, yeah, really, there's this thing. You know what's so funny? People always ask, why do they use a towel? Well, A, to show how easy it is to clean.
Well, two, it's hot.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and B, we don't have a working sink on the set.
Correct.
So it's a good thing that, that Technolon Plus is so easy to clean, because otherwise we'd be.
But again, that's with shrimp, with the veggie oyster sauce, with this and that, and it's clean.
Yum.
There's nothing left.
All right, Peggy in Tennessee is one of the over 2,000 people who got our today's special.
Nice.
Hi, Peggy. Say hi to Chef Ming.
Hey, Chef Ming.
Hey, Peggy.
It's such an honor to talk to you. Oh my goodness, I've been watching you for years. I'm a chef myself.
Awesome.
And I cannot wait to try the fryer, and I'm also going to get your wok. And fantastic.
Oh, good. So what do you think the first thing you're going to air fry? What's the first thing you're going to wok stir?
Well, I'm a Steeler fan, so football season's coming, so probably some wings.
Absolutely.
I got it.
Oh, Peggy.
But I'm going to use your recipe for the Asian wings.
Awesome.
Oh, nice.
I
Good
think you'll
idea.
have fun. Yeah, I mean, it is football season, and I don't know how many wings go down in this country, but millions. So I guarantee if everyone air fried them instead, I bet you we lose about 200 million pounds in body weight.
Right, and still
as a
eat what
country.
we want.
And they'd still be delicious.
Well, Peggy, I know you're going to enjoy it. We'll let you go so you can get the wok. Thank you so much for stopping by, Peggy.
Thanks, Peggy.
And by the way, we'll get to Chef Eric in a moment, but Matt, do we still have some of the stainless steel steamer? Okay, yeah, because a lot of people ask, if you want to do kind of top to bottom cooking, they're only about 1,000 for the entire day. So if you want to do your own little dim sum, you could do pot stickers, you could do steamed shrimp and salmon. I mean, the world is your oyster with that. Only about 1,000 of those to go around. So just kind of keep that in mind. To me, this dovetails, it works hand in hand with that today's special that you'll see an encore airing of in just a few moments. I have to say, that fried rice smells really good.
Right, look at that. I'm adding the eggs back in. I'm just going to chop them in. I'm going to show you, though, how nice and crisp. So this in about 3 minutes, we're going to flip out, and you're going to see. We added the rice. Rice is usually sticky to make fried rice, but look at this. This whole thing moves en masse because nothing sticks to Technolon Plus.
That's nuts.
But I'm really going to go and wait till I get to what we call cocon, which is that crispy rice, which I love. My dad perfected this technique, and once he literally got this wok, he's like, oh my God, it's been so much harder. I've been around for 87 years, and now you come up with this?
But
I'm like,
you know what's interesting about you saying that? I think a lot of people who have tried a wok experience maybe thought that they weren't great cooks, but the original concept in a wok is not necessarily an easy one to handle if you're home cook.
Not only that, no one at home really has a burner that's strong enough for those traditional woks, especially if you have a real traditional round wok on those rings. Well, now you're about 5 inches from the flame, it's never going to get hot enough to wok stir.
Never.
Because the whole art of wok stirring is that when it hits the side and the bottom, it's always
and the heat.
You always have. But the fact that here, flat bottom, We're using induction. Gas would work too, but the Technolon Plus ceramic coating helps conduct the heat.
And so remember, you're getting the best of all worlds. You're getting the Technolon Plus, so nothing sticks. You can comfortably use it on high heat without anything breaking down because it's PFOA and PTFE free. But then the real genius of wok cooking is to use it at high heats. But other nonstick breaks down at high heat. So nothing sticks, but you can use it at high heat. It conducts heat up the sides. Remember, the purple will sell out in this show, so we've got the final 200 in the purple, followed shortly by that copper bronze, which we have the final 500 in the copper bronze. And you know, Chef, I think I know I said it earlier, but my favorite thing about this pan is that I can cook food for an army or food for one, but I can cook everything in one pan. I don't have to dirty 1,000 different things in my kitchen.
And you can make fantastic breakfast, right? So here's just some potatoes. We're gonna make a delicious frittata.
Yeah.
Right? I'm gonna add a little bit of cheese to this too.
Cool.
I'm gonna mix some cheese in.
You are making me hungry. I love breakfast.
Oh yeah, I love cheese.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Cheese is its own food group.
And by the way, in France, when you learn to make an omelet, it's okay to stir in the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Because you want it to cook.
Yeah.
And then at a certain point, you have to stop stirring because then you want it to solidify.
Right.
Right? And traditionally, you would quite often take this and you throw it into the oven because you want to get heat source everywhere.
Right.
But what we can do is, this is about halfway cooked. Because we have these great lids, all the heat will stay inside.
Nice.
But I'm gonna add just one more layer of cheese on top so that will melt.
Oh, yeah.
And that's going to be fantastic.
More is more in my world,
But that is
baby.
a frittata for 6 people?
Yeah. And one thing about that, and Chef Ming is going to do my favorite demonstration next, but a couple of features I want to point out again. Induction-friendly bottom, which I love. But even though it looks like a small footprint, this is conducting heat all the way up and around the sides. So there are no hot and cold spots. So when you see this beautiful basin or this reservoir, that's why you can do pasta dishes top to bottom. That's why you can do Rice Krispie treats without anything sticking. That's why you can do little caramel apples with nothing sticking, but then staying at warm or to temperature throughout the perimeter. And here's the other thing. If you want to use this as a shallow pan or a deep fryer, you can. So if you are looking not only for to me, this is the most versatile pan that I own. I mean, it really is. If you're looking for that one pan that does it all, whether you take it on the road doing your tailgating or whether are you doing deep fried seafood in there?
Oh yeah, well, this is our
famous
beer batter tempura. So you can do anything. Here we got shrimp and one lobster tail and some scallions. But the one thing I love about this wok, Shannon, is it's so large, has such a great surface area that you can put so much, because when you fry, as you can tell, everything floats. So the more surface area, the better. If this was a traditional stock pot, you would have, I don't know, 30, 40% more oil because you have to have it on the side. But this, of course, flares out, so you have all this great surface area to cook your shrimp and lobster. And I love it because, as you can tell, we put the seafood in, this blah, 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 this bubbling never went down, right? It stayed hot the whole way, right? And then these are almost done. I mean, look at these shrimp. I'm gonna give them like 2 minutes and we're ready to go.
You know, I'm dying to try the rice.
Yeah, okay, that rice is probably really close.
It's so funny because I'm picking my most opportune moment for leftovers, which, as you know, that's job number one whenever I'm doing a cooking show. Yes, it's fun to have the chefs here, but it's more fun for me to snack. So, and it's hard, of course, you do want to throw caution to the wind when Chef Ming is here. Everything looks delectable, but it's really, really delicious. And I think the part that I love most about when Chef Ming is here is the fact he makes products that help us succeed. So I think we get inspired when we see him on the air, but when you got products that are made in the right way, it does help you succeed when you get at home. Just like the air fryer that's coming up, just like, oh, by the way, the tongs and the skimmer that Chef Eric is using for you right now, those are also available. I actually use those little spider skimmers when I do my bone broth, too. I do bone broth every week.
And by the way, again, I'll go back to my mom and dad because they showed me the original Chinese spiders. So when you go to China or in China, they're good, but within 4 or 5 weeks, they start fraying, and then you get little pieces of whatever the metal is, like fake copper. Here we made stainless steel, totally non-slip, but constructed so it hopefully will never ever come apart because it's made so well. And as you saw what Eric did, it's great for taking stuff out, but it's also great for skimming. So if you're going to go back and fry for the next round of people, It's
perfect.
Is
that hoisin sauce that's in the
That is a
spaghetti?
veggie oyster sauce.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that good?
Good, yeah.
All right, you want to see this
good.
fried rice? Come on.
Okay.
Let me show you this fried rice.
I've been dying to get the fried rice.
This will be lightly.
I really have.
Lightly
I'm like,
cooked. Let's see what this looks like here.
I know, it's like your lips are moving, but I want the fried rice. Oh my God. Oh, did you just do? Oh.
All right. So why not use the lid to serve it? Get a bowl and serve your rice like that.
Okay.
Right? But look at that. If you can eat with your eyes, you can see that fantastic color.
That was impressive. I got to tell you. That was impressive. And notice again that beautifully brown color throughout, so you can see that there are no hot and cold spots. So I don't care if you're doing fried food, if you're doing stir frying, if you're just reheating, popping popcorn, doing veggies. I mean, the list goes on and on. And you know what's so crazy? Fried rice, and there's nary a grain.
I mean, there's 3 grains of rice. I mean, I don't even need my towel, but I might as well just take those 3 grains out. You know what's so funny?
Because I have talked to other chefs who have told me horror stories about fried rice. I mean, where they've made and broken careers on fried rice. Because fried rice is not the easiest thing in the world. If something sticks, it's like you're throwing that pan out in a lot of ways.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
You really are.
But you saw how the rice could move. It's crazy.
Exactly. Hey, I'm going to do a quick quantity update, and I promise we're going to go back to the phones. Matt, fewer than 200 on the purple, I'm guessing. Fewer than 200 on the purple, and then 400 on the copper bronze. And then we're in the final couple hundred of that beautiful emerald green as well. Of course, the blue dragon, blue ginger, the signature color for Chef Ming, my race car red. Can't make a bad mistake. $20 on your credit card, free shipping. Try it. I think you're going to love it. It's, to me, if there's one pan that you're going to get, this is like the everything pan. You'll do everything in it. And what do you get, like a little tower of power going on?
Well, you know what? You know this. The steamer, which is stainless steel, is one of the best ever accessories to a wok.
For sure.
And when we design this, normally a Chinese steamer is bamboo, and it fits inside the wok, but then you got to put a towel around it to keep the steam in. Well, here we design it so